Oh, good morning. It's Huntington's disease Todd. Today I'm going to be talking about Huntington's disease symptoms onset is out of our control. I'm doing that as the title right away because hopefully that'll grab some attention and then we can get into the meat of all this. I'm a little bit rough looking today and I've decided that I want to make videos no matter what my condition. If I wait till I shower and shave, sometimes I don't do videos often enough. I may start posting more content this year. All this is brought on by a conversation I had last night. I was at the ball field watching my grandson and I got a text. I got a text from a lady and I won't go into a lot of detail because of any kind of privacy things. I don't want to violate any of that. But let's just say she's part of the club. She's part of the Huntington's disease club. And it inspired me to make this video because I felt so compelled and compassionate to her story. This, and I'm going to say this is the dilemma of this disease. And I'm going to give 3 points. I'm doing all this because it's the protocol that maybe YouTube uses to get some views. But I'm going to also talk from the heart a minute as well. Who can we talk to? What can we share? And will they understand? And today I'm giving a little bit of a shout out to all my 43s out there. The 43s in this community. It seems like I'm building a base of those because it just seems to be a number that's becoming up more often. The 43s will know who they are. Also, it speaks to everyone. Everyone that has Huntington's disease that needs a place to go, a place to talk. So here it is. The conversation I had last night was like, sometimes my husband doesn't understand. I like being able to come to your channel and watch your videos because they help me get through some of those dilemmas in life. It made me understand that the content I put on here is more than just, getting views by the YouTube community. It's about getting views by people that need to see and hear it. So today I'm just going to hit on the points, but I'm also going to give maybe a little bit more of a way for us to communicate at the end of this video. The nice thing about the videos on YouTube is you can make comments, but it's very hard for me to if I make a follow-up to your comment, it's just very hard for that community to be part of this thing. I'm going to give us another way to reach out to each other at the end of all this. So who can we talk to? Again, Huntington's disease is one of those things where even sometimes speaking to a spouse, it's not understandable to them because it's just the way the disease is. And again, I've talked about this before, but sometimes what's happening inside of our brain, it can really be a multifaceted thing. One day we can feel like doing something, another day we can't, and all those kinds of things. I have a 41, so sometimes dealing with what a 43 person is going through is hard for me to even understand. But I know that typically your level of disease or your level of Huntington's is most likely progressing a little bit more than mine. All cases are different. I don't want to judge. I also am talking to all those people that have Huntington's worse than me, and I'm sorry for that. I'm talking to the spouses and the loved ones of the people that have it as somebody that's coming from the standpoint, again, I've talked about it before, I'm still in a position where, I can be more clear on this conversation. So who can we talk to? It's very limited who you can talk to when you have Huntington's disease because in general, the community doesn't always get it. I was talking to this lady last night through the text messaging on Facebook because we became friends there. And it was very easy for us to carry on a 10 or 15 minute conversation, and it's private to us. And it was private to the questions or concerns that we both had. I could share things with her that, I don't necessarily share on this channel because you don't want to put all your dirty laundry out in public. Or maybe you have a spouse that has, trust issues or they don't think, anyway, I'm not saying I know any of those things are true about her or about anyone else. I'm just saying that sometimes who we talk to can be a big dilemma. And then even if we share it sometimes with a friend, cool enough, they don't understand it enough to give us the advice that maybe we could use or just the ear to listen or just the feedback. I can give the feedback. So what can we share? It's hard to make our point known because this disease is kind of like ununderstandable. And I use the term ununderstandable, and I said it before, it sounds like an old George Bush word from the George Bush days. But anyway, it's not like telling someone you have, and I'll just say cancer. You can say I have colon cancer, I have prostate cancer, I have, liver cancer. I don't know. You can say I have cancer, and most people can at least understand because they've heard so much about it. Or, I have the beginning stages of Parkinson's disease, or my loved one has Alzheimer's. So those things you can kind of explain more. Huntington's disease, it's still a disease that it's just got a kind of a black mark by it because it's it's not understood, but also it can be, it can be frustrating for us to try to share our point, and it can be frustrating to the person hearing us because they don't know really what to do for us. So the first point was who can we talk to? The next point is what can we share? So I want you to be able to share more, possibly with me. So I'm going to give you my Facebook link in a minute as we get to the end of this video. I'm not going to end the video that quick. You're not going to be that lucky. You're going to have to listen a little bit more. So the conversation I had last night, it inspired me to get on the video today. I didn't shave. I put on my hat because my hair's a mess. But I'm going to start doing videos when I just have the inspiration, because sometimes if I wait till later or I, try to get myself all up and at it, it just doesn't, it puts them off too long. I'm at home quite a bit and I have the opportunity to do these recordings. I might try to do some videos of me doing more things out in the public. Again, doing videos can sometimes become consuming and they can take me out of the element that I'm in. But my ability to text is getting harder, but I still would like to text with people that want to text. So will they understand? The people that you talk to, will they really understand? I think that this disease, even in the best case, is somewhat understandable with your spouse, potentially. Sometimes that is even a dilemma to them. And it can be a dilemma because one day we can be up, one day we can be down, one day we can want to do the thing, and the next day when they wake up, you don't want to do the thing. You want to go somewhere, you don't want to go somewhere. Longer trips can get more tedious on us. Sitting on the stadium bleachers too long can become a chore. All those things I do understand more than almost anyone else. So you sometimes when you share that with a loved one, it can frustrate them, right? My wife and I have been through a long time and a lot of things, and we do become more understanding of ourselves. But even that, my wife still has concerns that she hasn't treated things as fairly as maybe she should have. I'm here to say that treating someone with Huntington's disease, right or wrong or fairly, it's really not always easy because we don't make it easy. The things that we do or say, things that we, and again, I say we do, but it's not really what we do, it's this disease. Huntington's disease does to us in our brains, it just is like chopped coleslaw sometimes in our head. Making coherent thoughts or doing coherent things day after day, consistently, morning, noon, and night. And a funny thing I mentioned before that I quit cooking. I used to be a chef even. I worked as a restaurant person for a long time, and I was totally capable of making meals, and I used to make meals, and I can't do that. It just one day that switch turned off, and the person that I was talking to yesterday, I mentioned that I would like to have some of that type of food that, she could make. And she goes, oh no, I don't cook anymore. So I'm here to tell you, I don't understand everything, but I understand a lot. And so I'm making myself available. Also, will they understand? Maybe I can make some videos from talks that we have to help make it, maybe I can speak to certain issues that you're facing. I had a great request the other day for a video, and I haven't forgotten about it, about how me and my wife, deal with the situation, how she deals with me, and then how she deals with herself and that. We seriously are thinking about doing a video together. No matter what, the subject will come up and I'll discuss that. That's one of the things that I saw in the messages on my channel, YouTube channel. Here's the problem. If you give me a message on my YouTube channel and I answer it, 90% of the time I don't know if you even look at that community again. I don't like or dislike the community on YouTube. I just don't know if there's enough people, enough communication back and forth that we could have. So today, this is my Facebook. I'm on Facebook, and you can become my friend there. Todd Knack. My last name is Knaack. I'll leave this up there for a minute. If you want to freeze this, I'm almost sure you won't find many Knacks on the Facebook. I am in Florida. I mean, just in case you have to look that up. Todd Knack. If you become my friend on Facebook, or if we become friends, if that's what you want to do, we could have more conversations that are in depth. And you could also give me content ideas. You can tell me things that, I wish my spouse knew this, or I wish I could share this, or I wish, my loved one knew where I was coming from on certain things, or why I act the way I do. I can make specific videos talking to a lot of things because, fortunately enough, with my stage of this disease, it gives me the opportunity. Sometimes I may come to you a little bit rougher now because I just can't always wait till I get shaved and showered and to do these videos. It's Huntington's disease Todd. Again, I'm waiting too late in the video, but you can subscribe, get the notification thing so you get the notice when I do the videos. Some of the videos I'm doing are going to show up at the bottom. That little circle in the middle of my face, that will be a click on for you to get a subscription to the channel. And I think there's a little subscribe button down there in the corner of this video all day, the whole time. I waited too late in the video to tell you that. Huntington's disease Todd. Have a good day. Let's try to communicate a little bit better with each other. And I'm sorry for the things that we're all going through, but come to my channel and subscribe so that we can keep building the content and maybe putting content on there that a lot of people can use. Have a good day.